Yo, what's good YouTube? VISHBEGAMIN here. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make a Jrue Holiday build. Disregard the background. I'm working on moving into a new apartment, so setup's going to be looking all different in a week or two. Got a new job. So yeah, so I can just save up money, invest it in a better setup, so I can edit some YouTube videos more professionally, get a PC down the road for Twitch, slash YouTube, etc. But yeah, this is probably the best lock build I've ever made in the game. They have his height at 6'5", but he's really 6'4", so that not only is that good for just being accurate to his actual height, but also we can get a lot more like attributes in general. Plus we'll lower the perimeter down to 94, that way you can use +5 there and get 99 perimeter. So yeah, most importantly we'll get the strength up there too, that at least getting the weight up to a 215, so you can get the 85 strength, so that way you can play better defense on top of the 99 perimeter and have most of your defensive badges on legend. You'll also have a better 3-point shot too, as well as driving layup and steal, while retaining all the rest of those stats that are shown there. And even so, basically just like this template, but just like really 5-10 times better. So if that does sound interesting to you, let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so first thing we're gonna do is name him Jrue Holiday, make him right-handed, jersey number 4 for the Boston Celtics, Milwaukee Bucks 21 if you want to. We're gonna put him in the point guard position. That's the only way we can get him Jrue Holiday anyways, and that is the position he plays. Height is 6'4", that's his listed height. His listed weight is around 205, 206, but for the sake of the builder, we need to make it 215 at least, just so you can get a movable enforcer, at least on gold. A lot of the badges, defensive badges we're going to go for is going to be straight up legend eventually, but a movable enforcer is going to be hard to even get Hall of Fame, let alone on legend for a point guard build. So but also being 215 makes it look like a Jrue Holiday build anyways, so yeah, that's why. Wingspan is 6'7" as listed. That's his original listed wingspan. Close shot, we're gonna put it up to an 84. That way you get Silver Paint Prodigy. This will help you make your driving layups more effective. I know that's why we have driving layup here. These will combo hand in hand in both situations. I say this a lot in a lot of my build videos, so I'm not gonna go into it too much. But yeah, driving layup, you get gold physical finisher. If you have leftover cap breakers, you can add another +3 to it at least, so that way you can get gold layup mixed master. Then for the drive and dunk, we're gonna put it up to a 75. That way you can get bronze posterizer. They originally had it at 55, 65, which is okay, but it's good to have that bronze posterizer and get the athletic dunks off 1 and 2. Mid-range will go up based off of however high the 3-point shot goes up to. And over here, we're going to make it go up to an 88. I put it right at this spot, so that way you can either just go +1 for silver limitless, or if you have more cap breakers, you can go +5 to get gold limitless and have a 93 3 ball in general, and have all of your shooting badges on gold, as well as having set shot specialist on Hall of Fame. The free throw was at 77. We're gonna put it up to an 88. That way you can comfortably shoot your free throws. The pass accuracy, will leave it as it was in the original template at 78. That way you can get some silver passing badges, as well as versatile visionary on bronze. Versatile visionary is pretty good when it comes down to like pick and roll situations. I can do them just fine without it, but I see it pop up every time I do a pick and roll play. Ball handle, we'll put it right at an 85. If you have another little bit of wiggle room, I'd try to go for a +1 here at the very least to get silver ankle assassin. That's all you really need is 86 ball handle. Anything higher in the game is just like a bonus. Speed with ball, we'll just put it right at an 80. You can get Devin Booker's dribble style with that. And now here's the most important stat on this build right here, and what made me really interested in even making this video in the first place was getting my perimeter defense all the way up to a 94. They had it originally at a 97 and it maxed out there. That was because of the weight and the height that they had. That's why I capped it there, and they didn't consider cap breakers when they first made the game. If you put it at 94, this is where I would recommend putting your first +5 cap breakers. That way you can have 99 perimeter. You can get all of these badges on Legend eventually, except for Immovable Enforcer, because you have to have like damn near 99 strength to do that. You have to have 91 strength to even get it to Hall of Fame. So that's too hard to do on a point guard build. But I did make sure you could at least have 85 strength. That way you can at least hold your ground pretty well. Their original steal was 73. We're going to put it up to an 85. That's honestly good enough to like reach with Silver Glove and having a mid-80s steal. You also have Gold Interceptor to work with too. And if you want to, you could use your max +1 towards the glove. That way you can eventually get it on gold. And if you feel like you need to lower some stats, you can increase it. Or if you want to get it eventually to 86, then go +5, then you can get it to gold that way too. But I'm just going to leave it at 85. Offensive rebound, I put it at a 70. I just had very little cap like stats left over, and I was just putting it on rebound. So you do have rebound chaser on bronze, and then you have box out beast on silver. Agility, we're putting it up to a 92. That way you can meet the requirements of eventually getting pick dodger on legend. So that's why I did that, and it'll just help you play defense better in general. The strength, we're going to put it up to an 85, like I mentioned about the weight earlier. That way, and you'll also have strong handle on Hall of Fame, which is a very, cheesy badge depending on how you use it. And then the vertical, we're going to put it up to a 65, just so you have enough to get the bronze posterizer. So yeah, most importantly, focus on getting your +5 cap breakers towards the perimeter defense. That was the whole main reason of the video, and then the rest is up to you on how you want to go about it. If you're very limited and you have 5 cap breakers, I recommend just going 1 towards the ball handle, 1 towards the 3 ball, and then like 3 towards the drive and layup. Or if you just are content with the ball handling and layup, because the layup is already higher than it was before. They had it probably at an 80, 85. Now you already have it at a 90 with a lot more strength. You could just go straight up +5 to the 3 ball. That way you have a 93 3 ball, all gold shooting badges, and Hall of Fame set shot. Me as a vet too, I have 15 to 16 cap breakers. So I just go +5 to the perimeter, +5 to the 3 ball, and then I would have another 5 left. So I go +3 to the drive and layup, +1 to the ball handle, and like just +1 to speed. And then another season of cap breaker for season 8 would just go to speed again. But yeah, that's the template right there. You don't even have to be a vet 2. If you're at least a starter 3 and you've been collecting your cap breakers, you should have plenty to make this build like workable. And there you have it. You got shades of Jrue Holiday #1, Dante DiVincenzo #2. They never updated his Timberwolves jersey, lame. And you got Chauncey Billups shades of #3, which I've never seen before. But most importantly, you got the Jrue Holiday shades of #1, 2-way 3-level scoring threat, really cool name. So yeah, if you like the build video, drop a like. I think this is probably the best lockdown build I've made on the channel in terms of like perimeter guard, especially with it being 6'4". It's very accurate to Jrue Holiday and could be very effective for comp. So yeah, I typically post build videos 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then I also go live on Twitch 3 times a week, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you feel like I'm lacking on the gameplay content over here on YouTube, just check out my live streams on Twitch. I play a lot of starting 5 content. I post a lot of, like, I switch around builds every 2 hours on there. And yeah, you can also ask me about any questions or requests on what build you're interested in. So until then, I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.